once again, it's time for to hit the fan. This is November. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, and so it is November, and this is our SHTF box. And we are still using the 1942 Combat Fighter replica knife that is going to be part of the 500 subscriber giveaway. Not too bad. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so here we have our SHTF box. The Hits the Fan monthly survival box. Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright, well, it is what it is. Alright, so let's get into this box here. I do see a lot of duplicates coming up, but that's okay because we are still building out that 500 subscriber box, so our giveaway. So let's get into this. All right. So for those of you new, and if you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really love it. The SHTF box has 3 tiers. Your primary box, which your monthly cost is $19.99 plus shipping and handling and taxes. That's going to vary depending on what state you're in, so just bear that in mind. You have the Pro box, which is what this is, and the MSRP for the cost of that is $49.99 per month plus shipping and handling. And then you have your third, which is your the elite level, the elite box, which is $89.99 plus shipping and handling and taxes and all that. So, and again, that all depends on where you're at. So, all right. So, so we're gonna get this. We're gonna start with we're gonna get this going off here with the Maximus Assisted Black Ronin pocket knife. And this is an assist opening pocket knife. So this is pretty cool, and this is one we don't have yet. So, all right, let's see how this one looks. It's from United Cutlery. It's pretty big. Oh, it's another big one. This is almost like that marine one we got that was extremely large. The black is rubbery, so it's got a rubberized grip. It is a frame lock, so the frame is in the. It does have a nice open. You have a nice curved blade on that. You know, the whole Ronin, the black Ronin Maximus Assisted opening pocket knife. This is pretty big to be a pocket knife, but again, I like it. Does have a pocket clip, which one this big. Wonders where you're going to be putting that. It does open pretty nicely. It feels nice. It feels nice on the hand. These black strips are rubberized, and so it grips nicely. There is some gimping right here, and right here, so you can choke up on it. It does seem to have a pretty good little blade. We'll put that to the test later. But anyway, yeah. So that's our first item in the box. They're saying the MSRP for this is $16.98. So, I mean, less than $20. I mean, yeah, it's a truck stop gimmicky knife, but for less than $20, I think that's about the right. It's an okay price for it. All right. Next up, we do have a duplicate, and so this will be going into the 500 subscriber box, and it is a Trailblazer quick dry camp towel. So these are those. This is like the I forget what they're called. We had them downrange, and these things are great. They absorb the water, and they dry out real fast. I'm not sure how large this one is. There we go. Again, I'm not taking the tag off because, again, this is something that's going to be part of the giveaway. But microfiber, yep. So you got a pretty. I mean, you're not drying your body with it, but I mean, you can dry. You know, you can do some drying with it. But yeah, so we got that microfiber cloth towel, which I love these when I was downrange. They're light and they dry so fast, but they just suck the water right off you. So these are a pretty good item here. Again, but we do have one of these already, so this is just gonna be an additional item. We'll use that camp towel. We'll figure out some way to give it a test and see just how well it does work. Maybe wash the car or something and show you how it dries stuff off. But anyway, yeah, so there we are. So you got a camp towel, lightweight, it goes in your bag, good to go. Alright. Moving on, we do have another duplicate. And I think this is like the third one of these that I've gotten. And this is the Bug Out Survival Fishing Gear Hook Card. Oh, the MSRP for this towel is $4.99, and that's well worth it. It's worth every penny of that. And the MSRP for this is $6.99. I would think the prices would be reversed because this is just, I mean, you got a fork, you got fish hooks, you've got like some buttons. I think you can use them for snares. You got a couple needles and you got an arrowhead. So, anyway, yeah. So that's gonna go in that box as well. That giveaway. That's a gear hook card. Next up, we have another one of these. One of these is already in that giveaway, so I'm not gonna put a second one in there. But we do have a paracord keyring. This one does have a little bit of fire striker in it, so I might swap it out with the other one because the other one I don't think has a fire. Yeah. This has a better carabiner, but this one has a fire striker in it. So we're probably, because I have this one too, we're probably going to put that one in the giveaway box. I mean, I want to make sure I have this one, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're going to put that because you need something to do some combustion. And then we'll just put this one up in the... We'll save that for another time. And they're saying that is $6.99. So, and then the last item in our basic level box is the Ready to Go waterproof sleeping bag. I might have one of these as well. I gotta look into it. But these are really good. But this is $11.99, and we definitely gotta we're gonna open this up and see how good it is. It's essentially just like a little bit better than your emergency blankets. So, but we do have that ready to go first aid waterproof sleeping bag, MSRP $11.99, and so that brings this month's total for the primary box to $47.94, and I think I got one here, and I think it cost me about $26. So you're making a little bit more than $10 if you get that. So, and I mean, really, if you think about it, it's like $30. Each item is $6. So the knife, a $6 knife, you can't really beat it. All right, but anyway, moving on to the Pro box. And the November's retail value of the Pro box. Okay, so look at this jump here, right? So the retail MSRP, mind you, of the basic box is $47.94. Our first item in the Pro box is $46.99, and that is, well, and the overall jump, it goes from $47.94 to $129.92 MSRP. Now, bear in mind, MSRP is whatever the company decides to put the price on it. It doesn't necessarily mean you cannot find it for cheaper. Most likely you can find any of this stuff for cheaper if you hunt around for it. So, but I like getting it this way. It gives me it's kind of fun opening it. But we have the outdoor camp shower. Trailblazer outdoor camp shower. Now, this is something that, if you are in a survival situation, hygiene is a must. You know, because not only do you want to keep, you know, the bad odors away, but, you know, bad hygiene, you're prone to you can get sick. And so having a way to keep yourself clean is nice. So we're going to get this out and we're going to see what it looks like here. Okay, so outdoor camping shower. Okay, so one obvious. Okay, so you've got a lot of moving parts here. It is chargeable, so I think that this is actually a pump. I think this is a water pump. You have a hook so you can hang it up. You've got a suction cup. You've got where you can screw it up and you can hang your shower. You have a shower head. Then you have so I guess this is the power source, and this powers your pump. So I've got some buckets, and so we'll give this a once over, but I'm pretty sure that this goes into your water so you can suck it up. And then the hose here, and you've got not that end but the other end. This end here goes onto your pump right here. Hooks up to there, and then you got your bucket, and then you can take a shower. Now this right here, I like this setup. The fact that it's not just, I mean, at first I was thinking, oh, there's no bladder. But this is actually really cool because you can heat some water up at a campfire. You can heat some water up at a campfire, put it into a bucket. You put your pump into the water, and then you can suck the water up. And it has that hook so you can I don't know how waterproof that pump is, because it does have power, so you're gonna have to have a power source to use it. But I can see where if you have like one of those like the Punisher milliamp, like in our first box we got the Punisher power bank, which still works by the way. I think that that's a pretty cool option, because you don't have to rely on the sun to heat up the water. You know, in a bladder you can heat it up and you just put it in a bucket, and then you can plug it in. Then you got the pump, and then you got hot water. You can keep yourself clean. I think it's pretty cool. We'll give it a try. We'll see how well it works. Because having a cool item and then having a cool item that works, two different things. But especially when it has like power involved. But I think that might be a really cool item. We're gonna have to give that one a try and check it out. But anyway, because they're saying the MSRP of that again is $46.99. So I would hope if they're selling it for that much, it actually does work. Okay, now then, the last item in our box, and is the last item in the Pro box, is an M48 tactical shock watch. Now, I have gotten this before. It's just a watch, but it's M48 ops. No, it's a watch. It's being able to tell time is a really good thing to do. But again, I have gotten this before, and I still have mine. It still works. That's around somewhere. My son-in-law used it when he went to NTC, so yeah. So there's a watch. This is a duplicate, so you know what that means. This is gonna be part of that 500 subscriber giveaway. So we've added 3 items to the giveaway, right? So we got a new knife today. We got the shower. We got an extra paracord. Wow. We really did get a lot of duplicates. This was new. the towel, the hook card, oh, and we got the sleeping bag, which I think is also duplicate. But so the basic box, and then the shower and the watch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 out of 4 items are duplicates. So and when you get these subscription boxes, so when you get them long enough, you can run into that. It's going to happen. Now, had you had that elite level box, and again we're going to have one more month. December we're going to have a pro box, and then starting January we are going to kick it back up to the elite box because I'm in a much better place, and so that's what we're doing. We're going to go up to the elite box, but again the price would have been $89.99 plus shipping, handling, tax, and all that. The retail value is $196.89, so almost $200 for 100. You get almost $200 worth of MSRP, mind you. Doesn't mean that that's the value, but that's the suggested sell price. So I like to make that clear because for me, this right here, if this is a good knife, and they're saying that it's $16.98, if it's a good knife, it might be worth more. If I don't have a knife, it's worth a lot. I have a lot of knives, so would I pay $16.98 for this? Hell no. But would I pay $4? Would I pay $6 for it? Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't buy it, but I don't think that this is a bad deal. Again, a lot of this month, not the best month I've had. I'll be honest, because there's so many duplicates. But since I am building a nice 500 subscriber package, again, 500 subscribers. So if you got any friends that you think might like this channel, make sure you share it out and say, hey, subscribe. He's going to be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway, and we might win that. So it's gonna happen eventually. Just I prefer it to happen sooner rather than later. But anyway, if you had gotten the elite box, you would have gotten a bug out NOAA weather radio, and more than likely that's going to have either a solar or a crank charge to it. That's what they normally do. The MSRP was $29.99. I have one I have one right here. I have the Midland one. Basically, it's going to be something like this, only it's going to be bug out brand. So, and of course, you've got your flashlight. You've got your solar charger panel up there. Then you have a hand crank. Now, I'm not saying it would be this one, right? Because this is Midland. You're gonna get the bug out version of it, but that's essentially what you would have gotten. And in all honesty, if it works, got this too. If it works as good as the Midland one does, or even half as good, it's a good item to have. Most of them have the ability, as this one does, that you can charge other devices from it. The fact that you can hand crank it or use solar power, you have a flashlight, you've got your radio with your weather stations on it, and so yeah, it does hold power. So getting one of those is great. So the Elite Box has had a pretty good. And then the last item is something would have been another duplicate, which, to be honest, would have been awesome to get because I would love to have an extra one of these. Not necessarily for the giveaway yet, but just have an extra one. But it's the Trailblazer Pump Survival Water Filter, and I have it. I like that thing. I got to give it a try, right? I haven't tested it out, but that's coming up because we're gonna start having a lot more time. We're gonna be able to start testing all this stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't. But water filters are paramount because you got to have clean water so you don't get sick. So that would have been, and the MSRP for that is $36.98. And so, and again, if you want this box, you can order it up to the end of November. Well, I think you can order this box up until the 15th, before the 15th of next month, and if they have it in stock, you'll get it. So, and personally, I think that this is a pretty good one. If you haven't got one of these boxes before, I think this is a pretty good one to start with. You've got a cutting tool, you've got the paracord king ring with the flint striker. So you've got cordage and combustion. You've got a waterproof sleeping bag and the camp towel. Camp towel, but the sleeping bag, that's cover. Because you can at least wrap yourself up in it. It's waterproof, so you can stay dry and warm. You've got a camp shower, nah. You got a watch, but then you also have the weather radio, which and that's it from that's communications. That's pretty important. So you know what's going on. But you also have the water filter, so you have the ability to make clean water. So you got fire, you got water, and I imagine that this would. It might be too rounded to use on that. We're not going to try it, not on this one, but actually, let's see. I have one right back here, so we'll see. Okay, so with a little bit of work, this will. It's got paint on it. That's why you've got this, this faux. So it looks nice, but so with between this knife and that key ring, you've got the ability to create fire, but you can also just filter the water with that water filter. So all in all, not too bad of a box. I have seen better. Don't get me wrong. This was not a fantastic box, but I think if you don't have any of these boxes before, and I'm not affiliated with SHTF. I get nothing if you subscribe. Don't even mention my name because they don't even know who I am. I'm just a guy that pays I pay for this with my own money, so I'm not, I get nothing from it. But I think this is a pretty good place to start. But yeah, that's it. That is the November SHTF box Pro level. Again, we're wrapping it up. That is that's our last box of the month. So moving forward, we're going to be getting into the December block. This will be the last box of this month, and so we're approaching the last month of the year, and so that means we got an Apoca box, a Gear Pack 100. We're going to see if they step up their game or if they disappoint as they've been known to do. We've got the SHTF box. We're still going to have Grim Workshop. Of course, we're going to have our Wild Edible and Survival Skill of the month. We have one more Platinum before we go back down to the standard of Monster Bass. We have another Ice Fishing box coming up next month. And then we're going to do, God help me, but we're going to try one more tactical box. Just so that I can figure 3 and out. The intro box was lackluster. That upgrade to the Pro level box, and I had seen some other. I'd seen another guy's video. I forgot who it was, but he got the. Was it the Tennessee Prepper? I watched the Tennessee Prepper, and he got the basic level box, the tactical box. And I gotta tell you, there's no way that you're gonna convince me that bag and that butane stove was $150 worth of additional items. It's no way. It's impossible in any way, shape, or form. That box, this box here, the SHTF box. I mean, I'm not. I get nothing if you subscribe, but this is a box that I would say you can get some good entry level, mind you, gear. Because, like, let's say you get this knife here, right? If I break this knife, I'm not crying. I mean, essentially, if you break it down, I pay like $6 for this knife. I'm not crying if this knife breaks. I might be a little bit bummed out if I like it, but I'm not crying over it because it's a cheap knife. Whereas if you break like a good knife because you don't have the skills that you need yet to really efficiently use it, then you might be crying a little bit. I would be. So this stuff here. This is kind of like a lot of this is good training gear. Now some of it will definitely work. Like if this shower works, then hey, you don't need to buy a better one if this one works, because it's not like necessarily like critical to have the best shower out there. It might be nice, but this one I think is gonna be pretty good. But like, if this is your sole knife you're relying on, then and again, we're gonna give it a test. And this is one of the better ones that I think I felt from. It's still really sturdy. It feels good in the hand. This feels like it's a decent one. Again, we got to give it a little bit of test. I have tested a couple things with this already. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it exceeded my expectations in some levels. So this is actually a pretty good one. But we're going to make that video before I would do the giveaway. I want to test a lot of this stuff out. Just been really busy lately. After crushing my thumb, which is getting a lot better. Nails growing back. But I was out of work for a while. I couldn't really do anything with the hand because it was in so much pain, the thumb. But we're definitely stepping it up. But back to what I'm saying, this is really good stuff to practice with. It's like even these, right? Because these ones here, these are one-time use. Well, I mean one-time use, but once you pop them out of this, they're out. With the Grim Workshop, once you pop them out, you can put them back in. So, but again, I have like two more of these cards. So this is definitely this is a nice little item to have in your kit anyway. You know, you've got this fork thing, which I think it's for eating, but you know, you could put that on the end of a stick, and you could use it as a gig as well. I mean, I don't know how well, but you know, you've got the arrowhead there, and you got the hooks. So it's a good item to have in there. I know that's I wouldn't want to rely on that as my sole means of acquiring food, but it can definitely help. But other than that, that's it for the month of November. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a lot of this stuff already, this would be a pretty good box. The fact that I had so much of it already, it's still a pretty good box just because this is in the giveaway. This is going to the giveaway. This is going to the giveaway. This is a better one than the one we had going into the giveaway. So that's like 4 more items part of that giveaway because, again, I really love all this. You know, I love all these subscribers. You know, you guys are really helping me out a lot, pushing the channel over that line. But yeah, that's it. And again, if this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. I love having you. I know I get a lot of views from people that are not subscribed. Hey, and if you're coming back to watch the channel, to watch them anyway, you may as well hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you don't have to hunt for it. It'll just let you know when it's done. That way it's like you can just wake up one day and it's like, oh, Crazy Texan's got a new video up. Oh, SHTF box. Yeah, let's check that out. You know, and that way, you know, we can get that information, and that helps the algorithm, so it goes out to more people. And then when you leave a comment, even if it's a snarky one, I've gotten a few of those. Even that pushes it out to more people. So you're doing me a big favor anyway. But other than that, that's it for November. Until next time, keep prepping.